What is up, my dudes? We are back again with another video. Today I got the idea to go over the All-Star Game ballot with all of you and talk about who are the most deserving players to go to the All-Star Game come this summer. There are a few interesting names for first base in the American League that come to mind. Jose Abreu, Jared Walsh, Trey Mancini, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. are the four names that come to my mind when I think about who are the best first basemen in the league right now. Jose Abreu has been doing well. He's got a lot of RBIs. He's up at the top of the leaderboard for runs batted in so far in the majors. But there are a lot of interesting options here. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. by far is the best first baseman in the American League at the time I'm recording this video. 335 average with 17 home runs, 45 RBIs. And when your OPS is literally above 1100, it just screams out, pick me for the All-Star Game, because this guy has been living up to the hype that he once had 2 or 3 years ago when everyone was talking about the super prospect he was. And I believe that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is the best first baseman in the American League. No bias. I'm not going to be picking Trey Mancini just because I'm an Orioles fan. I can see that Trey Mancini will probably be on the All-Star team, but he will not be starting. National League first base. There are some guys who should be doing better, like Pete Alonso and Jesus Aguilar. Freddie Freeman is not doing as well as you would expect Freddie Freeman to be doing so far. The MVP of the National League last year has been kind of faltering early on in the season. Eric Hosmer's not doing all that well, but I mean, that's kind of not really surprising, I guess. Max Muncy is by far the best first baseman in the National League hitting wise so far. 13 home runs, 30 RBIs, and 964 OPS. And the average is not impressive, but average these days is just not as important as it used to be. Average does not tell the full story. Max Muncy by far is the best first baseman in the National League at the moment. Second base is an intriguing position. Jose Altuve has been doing really well to start off this season. David Fletcher has been really bad. A 586 OPS. If your OPS is around 900 and above, you are elite. So if your OPS is below 750, you are by far below average. So David Fletcher not been doing what he is known to be doing, and that's get on base and have a high average. So he will not be selected in this video. Cesar Hernandez has not been doing well. Neither is DJ LeMahieu. He's batting 255, 664 OPS. He won a batting title a few years ago. Marcus Simeon is the guy we're looking for today. Marcus Simeon was on the Athletics last year, and he had a very disappointing walk year. He was one of the top 3 candidates in the American League MVP race 2 years back, and he is back to being that guy. Batting 301 with 13 home runs, 32 RBIs, and a 918 OPS. Like we said, over 900 OPS is elite. And without further ado, let's pick Marcus Simeon. Let's move on to National League. There are some interesting options here. Ozzie Albies, not anything like we're used to seeing from Ozzie Albies. We got Adam Frazier, one of the more underappreciated hitters in the National League, batting 333 with an 870 OPS. His home run and power numbers aren't going to blow you away. He's only got 2 home runs so far this year, but he is one of the better second basemen in the National League, and I feel like he's probably the pick here. I mean, Ryan McMahon, you could also go with him. He's got some great power numbers, but I believe that Adam Frazier is who I'm going to be picking to go to the All-Star Game this summer. Third base. I didn't know that Kevin Biggio was playing third base, or he was considered to be a third baseman, so that kind of doesn't really change anything. I don't know why I even brought it up in the first place. Alex Bregman has been doing well so far this year. Heimer Candelario is doing okay. Matt Chapman is not anywhere near what he was 2 years ago before he got injured. Rafael Devers is amazing with the bat, but he cannot field a ground ball to save his life, so I don't know. Unless he is the only guy, I don't think I'm going to be picking him. Yohan Moncada could be a pick. Jose Ramirez can be a pick. Anthony Rendon hasn't been doing well this year. I think it's down between Devers, Moncada, and Ramirez. Or we could go with Michael Franco. I mean, Michael Franco, look at that 607 OPS. I mean, just amazing. All right, I'm going to go with Jose Ramirez only because he is an all-around player. Yohan Moncada is a great fielder too, but Jose Ramirez, he's the all-around stud. He's got some speed. He's got the 13 home runs, 882 OPS, approaching that 900 clip like we were talking about earlier. So Jose Ramirez will be getting my vote. In the National League now, there's some interesting options here. Nolan Arenada, who's not been quite as good as he was with the Rockies. Kris Bryant is the guy we're going to be talking about a lot here because he's got a 316 average, 12 home runs, 36 RBIs, and a 991 OPS. I wish I would have come out with a video earlier this year saying guys that I expect to have a bounce back year, because Kris Bryant would have been on the top 10 list for that because he is in his walk year. He's finally back to full health. I just believe that Kris Bryant is still one of the best players in the National League. So I think Kris Bryant is the pick. Kris Bryant has been doing excellent so far this year. He's got my vote. Shortstop, American League. Tim Anderson has not been doing what he usually does. Kind of makes it tough. Xander Bogaerts is jumping out at me right away. 312 average, 910 OPS. But I think Xander Bogaerts is the pick. I mean, the American League shortstop's kind of a weak class so far. Bo Bichette, I mean, he's got a 789 OPS, 11 home runs, 34 RBIs. I don't know. He's kind of not impressing me right now. So Xander Bogaerts is getting my vote. To National League we go. We got some great players over here. Brandon Crawford is having himself a great season so far. 255 average, 12 home runs, and an 873 OPS. This is like retro Brandon Crawford here. You know what? Francisco Lindor, I completely forgot what this guy existed. 211 average, 4 home runs, 12 RBIs, and a 621 OPS. I mean, just, can it get any better than that? He's not jumping out. But Fernando Tatis, that's what I was looking for right there. Fernando Tatis Jr. He has a 2.7 WAR. I have that number memorized because I was looking him up. Made a highlights video of Fernando Tatis. You'll be seeing that here very shortly in the next coming days. Fernando Tatis Jr., a 299 average, 17 home runs, tied for the Major League lead at the time I'm recording this video. 39 ribbies, and an over 1,000 OPS. You can make the argument all you want. Trey Turner's got defense. Fernando Tatis has been struggling. He's got 15 errors on the year. I know. Fernando Tatis Jr., he's got the speed. He's got so much power. This guy can hit the ball a mile. Anyway, without wasting any more time, Fernando Tatis Jr. is getting my vote. The catcher class is very weak. I've been looking at it for the past like 30 seconds and I'm just going, man, this is very weak. Salvador Perez, I think he's the only one worth mentioning. 14 home runs, 38 RBIs. He's doing what retro Salvador Perez is known to do. That's hit for average, hit for power. Salvador Perez it is. National League. I think it's going to be between Will Smith and JT Realmuto. I just think they're both very similar. They're kind of neck and neck with each other. I think JT Realmuto's got the edge because of his defense. Will Smith's a great defender too. But JT Realmuto, all around, got the speed too. JT Realmuto. Oh, wait a second. I might have just screwed up. I completely forgot about Buster Posey, dude. I thought this was a limited sample size. I just looked it up. Buster Posey has been doing retro Buster Posey stuff. 10 home runs, a 980 OPS, and a 319 average. Is this like 2015, 2016, whatever it was when he was doing good? He's getting my vote. All right, outfield now. I think we got to go to Trout because I know he's injured. But Trout is just, it's just a no-brainer. If you're going to have an All-Star game, he's going on the All-Star team. I mean, he's got a 333 average, 8 home runs, 18 RBIs. He's got a lot better numbers than some of these guys on the list who've been playing the whole year. So Mike Trout is going to be getting one of the outfield spots. One of the other outfield spots is going to be going to Cedric Mullins. I'm going to be using my Orioles bias. This guy, if you've never seen him play defense, you're missing out, man. This guy is incredible. He is the guy who was supposed to take the torch from Adam Jones when Adam Jones was our everyday center fielder. And Cedric Mullins has shown this year that he can be our everyday center fielder. 298 average, 838 OPS. Doesn't jump off the page as power numbers. They just never do. But he's got incredible speed. He can bunt for base hits. He gets a lot of singles. He's our leadoff hitter. Steals some bases. He's got close to 10 stolen bases on the year. Cedric Mullins is getting one of the outfield spots for me. And the third outfield spot, this is going to be tough, man. You got Aaron Judge. You got Teoscar Hernandez. Byron Buxton. There's the guy I was looking for. Byron Buxton. Is getting the third outfield spot for me. So Byron Buxton, Cedric Mullins, and Mike Trout are going to be taking my outfield in the All-Star game for the American League. National League now. There's some interesting names. Mookie Betts will not be making the list, and that is surprising because Mookie Betts has been having himself a very mediocre for Mookie Betts season. He usually sits in the 900 OPS range. Acuna is getting the first vote. 17 home runs, 35 RBIs, and a 1,021 OPS with a 290 average. This guy plays incredible defense. He's incredibly fast on the base path. He is tied for the Major League lead in home runs at the time I'm recording this video with Tatis and Vladdy Jr. 2 more guys left. I think Trent Grisham might be up there. Juan Soto could be a pick. I mean, I'm expecting him to start, really getting on a roll here soon. So Jesse Winker is getting the second vote. Forgot about this dude. This guy has had himself an incredible first half of the season. 14 home runs, 348 average. I mean, just You don't see that a lot. 1,044 OPS. Just incredible stats right there. So we got one more spot. We could give it to Soto. We could give it to Brian Reynolds. Oh, that's right, Nick Castellanos. It might be 2 Reds in the outfield in the All-Star game this year. Believe it or not, Nick Castellanos, I completely forgot about this dude. Good thing I went through a second time. I missed him. 364 average, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs, and a 1,062 OPS. Castellanos is getting the 3rd outfield vote. On to the designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani is getting the vote. I mean, who else are you going to pick? Shohei, 15 home runs, 40 RBIs with a 908 OPS. Who else are you going to pick for the DH in the American League? How cool will that be to see Shohei Ohtani either pitch and hit in the All-Star game? I mean, just like, it's blowing my mind right now. So one last time, you can see all the guys that we picked. Vladdy Jr., Marcus Simeon, Jose Ramirez, Xander Bogaerts, Byron Buxton, Cedric Mullins, Mike Trout, Salvador Perez, and Shohei Ohtani. In the National League, we got Max Muncy, Adam Frazier, Chris Bryant, Fernando Tatis Jr., Acuna, Castellanos, Winker, and Buster Posey. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with some of the picks I have? Let's have a conversation in the comments down below. See you guys in the next video. Later.